for this midweek NBA action on 2K Sports. And you look across the NBA landscape, Stan, a lot of turnover in the summer.
Yeah, it takes a few weeks just to get used to seeing coaches and players in different spots around the league. And it'll take some time for those players and coaches to adjust as well.
The starters for the Utah Jazz. Markkanen is out there with Jackson. Then it's Keontae George. Then there's Walker Kessler. And it's Peterson in at the 2. In this Wizards team, Greg, giving its young players every opportunity to develop.
Yeah, these young guys were the NBA equivalent of graffiti from a fire hose. But after years of just treading water and mediocrity, the fans appreciate the
assist goes to
direction.
And
the fireworks begin. Should be an amazing show tonight.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
Pass to Peterson. Now here's George. Kicks it out to Markkanen. And stolen by Sarr. Young pass to Sarr. Young outside. Now Davis. He's guarded by Markkanen. Fades and shoots. And Davis puts it in.
And how about the touch on that mid-range? Davis has that shot on automatic.
Here's George. Lays it up off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
George against Young. Right wing. Here's Sarr. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And Kessler throws it down.
Inexcusable defense. You can't let Kessler get established inside like this.
Sarr the screen. Top of the key. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Jazz have got their first 3 shots to go in for to start off this game. George, no good.
And really, despite that miss, they had a solid start offensively.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
This is where Sarr wants to be, right under the hoop, within easy reach of the basket.
Here's Peterson. Outside, George. Kessler screen on Young. The 3 from George. Rebound, Washington. And the big fella, Alexander, showing promise. Greg, especially at the defensive end of the floor.
Yeah, I mean, great mobility for a 7-footer. That's invaluable for a big man in today's game. And has the mentions of a modern offensive game as well.
And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. And so Young will bring it up for Washington. Trailing by 2. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie before us on the sideline.
Thanks a lot. Anthony Davis talked about what motivates him. He said championships, the things I do in the community, being a good teammate, playing hard. All that stuff matters the most to me. Don't get me wrong, money is amazing, but my legacy will win that battle every time. Back to you.
Priorities straight. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Shot clock at 6. It's good. This game is all even.
Yeah, don't let his size fool you. Trey is really good finishing around the hoop.
Utah's gone 0-2 from deep here. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's ready to talk things through with them.
And welcome your Wizards youth dance team to the floor.
And we've got future Hall of Famer Elena Deladon watching this one.
And winning an MVP and title with the Mystics here in D.C., they love her in the district.
On defense, the Wizards. Outside, George. They swipe it. He lobs it up, and Sarr throws it down.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Jazz have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Here's George, and he finishes nicely on the layup. George has got his second bucket of the night.
And nice touch inside. George can finish from all 3 levels.
Pass to Davis. Now Johnson. Back to Davis. 5 to shoot. And it's sent back by Kessler.
Well, they might think twice before bringing it inside again. Kessler with ferocious interior defense.
Markkanen passes to Kessler. Jackson with the screen. On the way, Jackson. Nailed from three-point land.
And Jackson Jr. takes a good number of threes for a reason, because he's confident in his ability to drain it from here.
Here's Carrington, defended by George. Johnson, wide open, he fires. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And George gets to Jackson. Back to George. Markkanen a screen on Johnson. From deep, George. Three-pointer, Markkanen, and the Jazz another three.
Three-point field
Great
goal.
outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Wizards trail by 6. Now Carrington. Still yet to score. There's Peterson. And Sarr pulls it down. Carrington with the ball. And it's Davis finishing it off.
How about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. And so the first quarter is in the books. Jazz lead by 4. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Jazz performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
They got Keyshawn George. Davis is out there with Alexander Sarr. Then it's Trae Young. That's the great start to second quarter for the Wizards. And maybe more than any team in the West, the Jazz really committing to the rebuild.
In the West, it seems like you got 13 or 14 teams all trying to win now. It just doesn't work that way. So it's not just about talent. It's also about time.
Here's Bailey. Finished off by Bailey.
And no shortage of agility for Bailey. He just leaps up to the rim.
Pass to Young. And here is Davis. Rebounded by the Jazz.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Finishes in style with that double clutch jam.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. And so the timeout by Will Hurley here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. The Jazz making a switch here. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Jackson finds George. Here's Peterson. Pass to Filipowski. Now Bailey. Shot clock at 5. Jackson misses. Young against George. Davis with the screen on George. Here's Young. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. So for the Jazz, their last game lost to Los Angeles. Bailey with a wide open look. Another miss by Utah. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Davis. And Davis with the jam.
You don't get ahead of steam when there's that much playing. You can't get an 8 each way.
Here's Peterson. The Jazz working the ball around now. Here's Filipowski, and stolen by Song. And here is Davis, guarded by Jackson. Pass to Davis. Inside. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. The Jazz with the lead.
Hey, yo, right here.
Outside for George. They get it back. Here's Peterson. Off target with his three. Pass to Song. To the wing right side. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Utah's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Jackson misses.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Offensive rebound. Utah shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. George with the bucket.
What a finish inside from George, showing he can handle physical defense.
Now, here is Young, beyond the arc. Utah with the rebound. Peterson's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percent.
Wizards trail by 4. That's the 3-5. Filipowski grabs the board. Filipowski's got 4 rebounds now tonight. In the corner, George with it. And you, and well, your whole family, masters of defensive coaches. So with that in mind, what makes a great defender?
Great question, Kevin, and a complicated one in a lot of ways. Number one, length and athletic ability really help the guys who can move their feet and have great length to cover up a lot of mistakes. But then there's the fundamentals and your ability to move your feet and great focus and determination.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Kyle Filipowski. And Lauri Markkanen subbed in for Baylor. Utah leading by 6. Outside, Markkanen. Jackson setting the pick here for Markkanen. The shot's good on the assist by George. Markkanen's got 6.
And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land in this quarter.
Oh, big Walker Kessler. That is how you use your side.
Pass to Champagny. Here's Carrington. Davis sets a screen. Can they get it? Johnson right side. From deep. Traps in the train. Jackson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Yeah, they may be leaning a little too heavy on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
And he gets the bucket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Kessler against Davis. Pass to Champagny. High post, Davis. He's got 6. Davis with a screen on George. Here's Carrington. And again, Washington with the triple. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach Washington. It's the Jazz. They lead by 5. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the 3rd quarter.
Hello and welcome, basketball fans. The first half coming to an end with a deficit for the Washington Wizards.
Gotta see more fight on the glass. They're in a slugfest. Winning the battle of the boards can swing this game.
But do they have the personnel?
And now, not a bad... That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
got second-half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
So on the floor for Utah, they've got Jackson. He's out there with Walker Kessler. George out there with Lauri Markkanen. And it's Peterson at the shooting guard position.
Yeah, I like the assertive approach from Jackson Jr. Not hesitating for a second.
And Stan, Utah has been all about basketball up until last year. The Jazz, the only major professional sporting franchise in the state.
Yeah, now they've got hockey, but from the venerated days of Stockton and Malone in the 80s, basketball has become effectively the state sport of Utah.
And here's George for three. Here's Kessler. And Kessler throws it down.
Well, Kessler to the rescue, using his size to win the rebound, and then quickly going on the attack himself.
Second half of basketball, just over the point so far.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Goes up on the block. Nice spin up the left rim and in.
Assisted.
It's a 9-point Jazz lead.
Well, that's one way he can finish. Far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve. Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Let's check in now with our Allen LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allen?
Thanks a lot. The Utah Jazz are going young, but this is a franchise that has a winning history, and that culture is still around. Coach Will Hardy said, the messaging doesn't change. The players have bought into the little things that takes to win. This is a cohesive group that's committed to helping each other. Kevin, back to you.
Building the right way. Thanks a lot, Allie. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And this is the second full season for Brian Keefe as head coach of the Wizards.
Even in a rebuild, setting culture matters. Keefe's approach, accountability, teaching, and no shortcuts.
Pass to Peterson. Back to Markkanen. Here's Peterson. The shot by Markkanen. Nobody around. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 7 rebounds in the game. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. 16 feet away. Swings home and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That's on Jaren Jackson.
When you ask the coaches about Sarr, they rave about his motor.
And Washington making a change here. Koulibaly's checked in. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Utah. Pass to Peterson. Takes the three. Sinks the triple. Peterson's got 9.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
George sets a screen. Shot from 6. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
Taking a look now at some numbers for George. Some last season stats for him. He put up about 8 points a game last season. 4 rebounds and 2 assists. And most of all, you have to love the defensive grit he brings to games when he comes off the bench.
Yeah, I love having options like him off the bench. Guys who bring effort. They can change the attitude of the team.
Third quarter of basketball here in just a little over 3.5 minutes gone by. Koulibaly finds Young. Now, here's George. He's guarded by Markkanen. Markkanen pulls it in. Utah leading by 7. Pass to Peterson. Oh, there's the one-handed jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on there. Utah with the rebound.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selection. Have to be set up for success.
Washington's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Young from the arc. Hits the three-point bomb. Young's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, Trae Young is a tremendous outside shooter with almost limitless range.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. While we have a chance, let's take a look at the teams that led the NBA in rebounding last season. 5th, the Jazz.
Well, the commitment they brought to the boards is evident in those numbers. Rebounding is never a glamour stat, but it wins you games.
Back to Filipowski. Here's Collier, defended by Carrington. Great open Markkinen's got the lead up to 9 now for the Jazz.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Back to Sarr, and Sarr throws it down.
Most of Sarr's best work is done at the rim. Look at him just throwing it down with ease.
Utah's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Here's Collier, defended by Carrington. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Here's Sarr, stolen by Markkanen. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Bailey. Pass to Collier. On the wing, Markkanen. Utah moving it around. 6 on the shot clock. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. From 13, over to the left wing. Back to Filipowski. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on that.
Yeah, once you got him on the rope, Greg, just keep swinging away. And we've reached the end of the third. Jazz lead by 9. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Alton Carrington is out there with Johnson. Then it's Anthony Davis. Then it's Cam Whitmore. And it's Champagnie in at the 4-man position. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. And it's Davis at the elbow. Davis using his size.
And Davis shoots a high percentage because he's so adept at playing to his strength.
After Filipowski. Out left to the wing. Jackson with the screen. Here's Sensabaugh. Here's Collier. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the bump fake, but couldn't knock it down. It's intercepted. Pass to Sensabaugh. Down low, Jackson nails the baby hook. And the Jazz lead by 12. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Jazz.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
Here's Collier. Pass to Filipowski. Outside for Jackson. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Bailey. And the 3 off target. The Wizards have gone 2 of 3 for the field to get the fourth quarter started. Now Whitmore shoots from 12. A rebound by the Jazz. Filipowski's got 6 rebounds in the game. To the paint. Ball stolen. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. And it's Whitmore missing. Utah leading by 10. Bailey passes to Count. Another miss by Utah. Washington's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Harrington, that's good.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
The Jazz shooting well. They're at 45%. Pass to Sensabaugh. Offline with his three.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
No good there. Jazz leading by 8. A 17-footer. Davis pulls it down.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Driving to the basket. That one misses.
Even though it hasn't been his best game, they're still up, and that's what's important.
Jackson with the rebound. Utah has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Here's Bailey. The three goes down.
I like how confident and aggressive Bailey is. He takes initiative whenever he sees.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Brian Keefe was saying to the team. He showed a lot of trust in his players. He said to them, quote, "You already know what to do, guys. Don't lose focus on the big picture now. Go out and get this win for us." Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Here's Jackson. Blocked again. And now Young running the floor all by himself. Slams down the alley.
Yeah, you're not going to find too many floor generals better than Young.
Here's George. Here's Peterson. And Davis sends it back. Unloads from 9. And so George will bring it up for the Utah Jazz.
Washington foul.
They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
We've got 123 left to play. And so the coach's challenge here.
Second personal foul.
After review,
team
moving
foul.
floor stance.
Shooting for Utah.
This is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels it's the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to review it. Double-checking, and the game continues on.
And during his rookie year, Keontae George started about half of his game, running the point most of the time. That experience will pay off.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Jazz.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And you can tell they were ready for this one today, guys. There was something extra on the line, and they wanted it.
There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Markkanen pulls it down. Now Jackson. From deep. Buries the deep ball.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
And so it's Utah appreciate it. And that'll do it, folks. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and
And inside the locker room, everyone trying. Hi, thanks for joining us on 2K Sports NBA action. It's coming up. This is Brian Anderson. Joining me, analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and reporter Allie LaForce. And here's Memphis's starting group. They've got Ja Morant, also Scottie Pippen out there, Edie out there with Jalen Wells, and it's Boozer in at the power forward position. Here's Wilson. Uses the glass on the layup. With the season just getting underway, how much weight should we put on these early results, RJ?
The early season does carry some importance for some clubs. I'd say teams on the younger side, or the teams that have reshaped rosters.
It's Morant missing.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Jones sets a screen. Pass to Wilson. Clock at 6. And here's Richards. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to go on Zach Edey. Richard, it's been a dry spell for the Bulls for a few seasons now. How do they reverse that?
It starts with strong drafts. They haven't had a top 10 pick since 2020. And it's made it hard for them to land some of these bigger prospects and grow from within.
Now here's Pippen. Pass to Boozer. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And so here is Chicago. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Grizzlies. That one was in Memphis.
The turnovers were the story of that game. It wasn't what I would call a disciplined performance.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
And here are the Grizzlies now. Chicago making their last shot. Pass to Boozer. Now Morant. Here's Boozer. Jacks up a 3. It's not going to go for him.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that open.
Three-pointer, Ellis. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddy.
And with a smooth shot like that, I expect Ellis to hit a ton of three-pointers during his career.
Shot's good by Morant.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
The Bulls have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Here's nice. What a huge jam.
Gracious.
Big time right there.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? What a tough PA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Bulls leading by 7. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Wilson, a chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, Billy Donovan had a few moments to share with me. The topic at hand, Ja Morant. His ability to completely dominate at times because he's so athletic and aggressive. Coach said we can't let him live in the lane. We have to keep bodies in front of him and make him work for everything he gets. Back to you guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Here's Wilson, following the bucket by the Grizzlies. From Pete Giddy. The rebound by Edey. Grizzlies trail by 5. Wells, the pass to Pippen. Edey with a screen on Jones. Here's Pippen. Outside for Morant. Second chance shot. The shot misses.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Just an electrifying style of court for John Morant. And Grant, he's not shy when it comes to confrontation.
Oh, yeah. No, he's not ducking any smoke. But part of his maturation is choosing his battles, including trying to preserve his body from those fearless forays to the rim. An outstanding first quarter from the field.
1:51 left in the first. Aldama outside. The three ball. The three connects from downtown.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Colin Sexton's checked in for Chicago. Anthony Simons comes in for Jones.
Second team foul.
Here's Simons.
Substitution for the Bulls.
Outside Giddy.
Anthony Simons.
Back to Simons. 6 to shoot. Over Jerome. The rebound by Edey. And here's Jerome. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. 4-point game. The three is up. Richards pulls it in. For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 9 from the floor. Pass to Buzelis. Now here's Giddy. Chicago passing it around. And here's Simons outside. The Grizzlies pull it in. Here's Boozer. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Memphis shooting their first free throws of the night now. And the first one at the line is good. The Bulls making a switch here.
Boozer. 2 shots.
So he gets them both.
And the big fella with the skill level, showing a soft touch at the line.
From the arc. Simons, that one's good.
And this is why you want Simons on the floor. I mean, he can really stretch it.
Simons against Jerome. Edey with a screen on Simons. Here's Jerome. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Chicago ahead, leading by 5. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And from what we've seen from Chicago, what's your take so far?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing.
Colin Sexton out there with Anthony Simons. Then there's Isaac Okoro. Then there's Jalen Smith. And it's a Sengate in at the 4. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. Outside Wells. He can't get that one to fall.
Fantastic defense, giving full effort.
A story of 2 halves last season for the Grizzlies, Richard. At the All-Star break, second in the West. But things went south down the stretch.
Yeah, specifically their defense took a turn for the worse. They barely made the postseason, only to get swept by the Thunder.
Morant against Smith. And it's Morant missing. Bulls leading by 7. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Memphis shooting poorly, just 29% from the floor in this game. Here's Jerome. Hits the trifecta. Jerome's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
This caliber, it's time to seam it up.
Personal foul.
So both teams changing it up here. And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And it sure seems like post play is involved quite a bit over the past decade.
I mean, there aren't many big men who operate only on the low block anymore. But if they do, they're considered throwbacks.
Oh, they get a hand on it. It's out of bounds. Still Chicago's ball. And getting a perspective on the offensive tendencies here since the All-Star break, we got a breakdown showing the average of three-point attempts versus two-point shot attempts per game since the midway point of the season for Chicago.
And they've been cooking from downtown, shooting with volume and efficiency. It's a strong attack from them offensively, and it puts so much pressure on opponents to try and cover all that space.
Just 5 to shoot. Giddey passes to Simons. And again, Chicago, no good. Grizzlies trail by 4. Aldama outside. Outside Morant. Pass to Prosper. Who poked away. Stolen by Giddey. They push it up 4-on-3. And here's Simons outside. Sinks his third bucket. He's 3 for 6 now. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Bulls.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
They're also managing to make lots of trouble for their opponent in transition. Right away, they're finding points on the break.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Bulls are going younger. Coach Billy Donovan said, we don't want to be just stuck in the middle. There's no question about that, but it's always about the integrity of competition. The building out part is identifying guys that are going to help us move forward. Back to you.
Taking the long view. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Simons finds Smith. Jones from outside. Rebounded by Prosper. Grizzlies trail by 5. Morant with it. Aggressive take. Oh!
Nice finish.
Man, big time right there.
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Richard, one of the more jaw-dropping athletes in the game. At 6'2", Ja Morant can get his head at the rim.
And he said we'll see that next off the bases. He's trying to save his body and stay on the floor for his team. That is key.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Pass to Prosper. Here's the pick. Launches it. No luck on that one.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
On the wing, Caldwell Pope. He's covered by Simons. Outside Morant. Over Jones. Chicago with a rebound. Wilson passes to Simons. He drops it from range. Simons has got 11 points.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his